What if I tell you that there is a type of homeownership in New York City that is the most common, where you can spend millions and millions of dollars, yet you never actually own it? Buckle in, guys, as we're about to unpack the world of co-op. Co-ops, also known as cooperatives, are a very unique, only in New York thing. This type of home came about in the middle of the 19th century. You see, back in the day of carriage cars and conquest, lots of immigrants were arriving in New York City by the boatloads. These people lived in squalid conditions on top of each other with no rights and under the control of slumlords. Because of these circumstances, there was a movement to give these folks the collective bargaining power to purchase these townhouses and convert them or build new buildings on vacant lands. They would be able to own and govern the operations of these residential buildings democratically. And this gave birth to the cooperative movement, which became commonly known today as co-op. Today, co-ops make up the largest inventory of homes available for sale in New York City, a whopping 70%, and they continue to be the most affordable. So, at this point, you're probably saying to yourself, this sounds great. I love it. The homes are affordable, and all homeowners have a say in the building's operations? Well, not so fast. You see, over time, these co-ops have also evolved, bringing in more rules and qualifications, and in fact today, most co-ops will not appeal to modern homeowners. So, let's delve into these differences. The very nature of a co-op, by definition, is a cooperative of owners in unison who own the building. In this case, no single homeowner actually owns their unit, but rather shares of the cooperative as a percentage of ownership of the entire building. So you never own the home as a freehold property, but instead you own shares in the building. And the way the building structures it, for you to live in the unit, you are considered a lessee, and the co-op is the lessor. That gives you the right to stay in the unit by owning shares in the co-op. Sounds confusing? Well, it is. On top of that, many co-ops continue to have an underlying mortgage on the building. These mortgages are commonly used in the co-ops to finance the purchase or maintenance of the building. In some co-op units, you may be wondering why the maintenance is so high. This is usually due to the fact that there is an underlying mortgage that you as a future shareholder will have to repay down the road. If you require a mortgage on the property, your lender will not technically put a loan against the home, but rather, since you don't actually own the property, your lender provides the loan against the shares of the co-op. It gets stranger still. To be able to buy in a co-op, there are a bunch of rules and qualifications you have to meet. Each building has their own rules, so there's no one size fits all. Here are some things to consider. They usually want you to put between 20 to 50% as a down payment. So if you're buying $1 million property, they'll want to see at least $500,000 as a down payment on the high side. They will want to see a snapshot of your entire financial background. Yes, folks, they will want to see your tax returns, your bank statements, your investment and retirement accounts, and they will scrutinize them to decide if you are financially fit to qualify to be a shareholder in their co-op. Then, on top of that, they will want to see between 24 months of carrying costs sitting in the bank after you close. Friends, that is 24 months of HOA dues, taxes, mortgage, and insurance, all of your carrying costs. So for example, if your total monthly carrying costs on that $1 million property is $5,000 per month, they'll want to see a whopping $120,000 sitting in the bank on the low side. Some co-ops can ask up to the full purchase price of the house sitting in the bank after you close. I'm not done yet. Then there is the board interview. You see, friends, after you have gone through all the trouble of qualifying and submitting your life history, they will also require an interview with you to see if they want you to live in their building. If they are having a bad day, or they just straight up don't like the color of your tie you're wearing at the interview, they can deny approving your purchase in the building. The worst part is, they don't even have to tell you why they rejected your application. And speaking of denying your ability to buy, imagine when it comes time to selling. You go through the rigmarole of finding a qualified buyer for your home, making sure they meet all the exacting qualifications of the co-op board, only to be denied by them for some obscure reason. A similar thing goes for renting the property. Do you want to rent your home? Hold on, buddy, not so fast. Co-ops also have very strict rental policies, from many requiring you to live a certain amount of time before being able to lease it out, to giving you only a few years to be able to rent it out, to not allowing you ever, like never ever being allowed to rent it out. And this, my New York loving fans, is why the co-ops tends to be priced so attractively. It's not a type of property that will qualify for many, or frankly appeal to many. So before you get all jiggy, take the time to inquire about the specific nuances of each co-op before making a move on one. There are some real gems out there, but there are many more duds, so buyer beware. If you're thinking of making a move to the city, give my team a shout out. My team, Team Undivided, is here to cater to all your housing demands in the city that never sleeps. Don't know where to begin? Download my Ultimate Buyer's Guide through the link below. It's totally free. Were there any other co-op war stories you want to share? Drop it in the comments below. And before you go, ladies and gents, check out my video on 7 red flags when buying a co-op. Later.